Your Kansas City Chiefs have an unexpected player that's impressing everyone. Actually, more than one player here. I'm going to cover, first of all, what's old is new again. Yes, L'Jarius Sneed is back in the building, and this is kind of an underpublicized move. I'm going to cover what he means to the secondary. If he can come back into his old form, I think it's a very good thing that he's back on the team, because I don't think there's a position on your team that's been more shuffled around than the cornerback position and even the safety position. So the back end of this defense, it's so important that this gels, and you've got a second-year player that's making so much noise in camp to build on his year from last year. But first, let's get to humble brags, right? Let's get to something here. L'Jarius Sneed, he posted this video on Instagram. You can see some of the imagery here. One thing that I love about this is that it is far from humble. This looks like Sneed after some off-field stuff, after kind of a struggle in Tennessee. It looks like this guy is ready to go. He posted this video on Instagram showing one of his training sessions. And this training session, you guys should watch it. It really displays what his footwork is looking like, his quickness, his agility. And if you go by this video, it looks like he's not only 100% healthy, but ready to round into his old form. This is what he said on the video. These are $1 million feet right here, literally. This stuff is going to pay off too, y'all. So we're looking at this player being the wild card in this secondary, right? He began his NFL career with the Chiefs in 2020. Frankly, I thought he was older than this, but he is still a young man. He is not washed. A 4th-round pick. He was immediately an overachiever on this team. He fought his way to being a starter almost immediately in his 4 years in Kansas City. What a run for you guys, right? 10 interceptions with the team. Back-to-back Super Bowls. Played a pivotal role in mentoring McDuffie. Now, you guys, just as they did with McDuffie, Delane, your draft pick, I think he's going to be an absolute stud, but he's not only going to be able to spend time with Steve Spagnuolo. I can't say his name today. I'll just call him Steve. Sorry, you guys. He is also going to be mentored directly by Sneed. And this is, once again, even if he's not quite the player that he used to be on the field, this is absolutely vital that he is mentoring these young players. Let's look over the last 2 years of the Titans. Sneed ended up playing in just 12 games because of injuries to his knee and his quad. And if he performs the way that I think that he will in camp, you've got a player that not only can be a chess piece in the secondary, but more specifically, he could split snaps on the perimeter. He can play in the nickel spot. He can even play as a third safety a la Jalen Ramsey. Now, I think he has way more in the tank than Jalen Ramsey, but it's just kind of showing the move in the NFL that I'm seeing, that it's kind of getting in the secondary as like positionless players that shuffle around, lending more creativity to NFL defensive coordinators. And I think Steve will definitely do so. Let's hear what Andy Reid had to say back when he was signed and what he thinks Sneed's fit on this team is going to be. I'm a big L'Jarius fan. He's a good football player. He says he feels healthy. I think he's in a good place there. He's a good person and a good player. It was kind of neat to see the guys welcome him back in that know him. There's so much change that goes on in this league, but you can really tell the guys that played with him were very excited to have him back in the building here. And this is going to be a really good thing. Let's hear from Chris Jones. I love that we brought Sneed back. I'm glad to have him back in the building. So we're talking physicality that's back on this team, and I think that's what's been lacking on this whole defense is physicality. Players that kind of play with that edge, play with that bravado that you saw on that Instagram video, right? He can play outside. He can be utilized in so many different areas on the defense. I think he's just going to help tremendously with defensive backs. And then you're looking at who is going to be mentored by him as well. Let's talk about Noel Williams. He's the other unexpected player in my book that I think is going to be one of your cornerstones from the future. But to have Sneed there, he was coming up through college when Sneed was at his peak, and he has fond memories of his new teammate coming up. I've watched him throughout my college career. This is from Noel Williams. He's a good cornerback addition to our defense, to our defensive back room. I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting him, learning from him. He knows what it looks like. He knows how to be a championship defensive back on a championship team. And that's really what he's hammering home alongside Jones. Speaking about the signing of Snead, absolutely this is what is needed. And then Kenneth Walker, you've got a Super Bowl MVP running back joining this team. I absolutely love what this coaching staff has done, and they're bringing over a player who has jumped some hurdles, who has gotten past some things. And he lost his older brother Harrison in a fatal stabbing 2 years ago. It's just this guy has been through a lot in his life. It looks like he's overcome some of these pitfalls that he was hitting. And to hear from Reed, he's seen a lot, not only in the league, but in life. So he's in a good place now that way, and he's willing to share that place with the young guys. I think this is just such a good addition. What is old is new again. You've also got Williams. I think these are just some really good moves here. Noel Williams kind of might be the second coming as the next great cornerback on this team. And you guys are looking at all this shuffling, right? Snead is on for the Price is Right, too, for $5 million on a prove-it deal. Spent the past 2 seasons with the Titans. But we're looking at Kansas City receiving a 2025 third-rounder and a 24 seventh-round pick swap. And now it's almost like they're getting more payoff for him, because now they just get the player that they traded away back for free, and a fully healthy player at that. So let's see what else has happened. You guys know what's happened. The Kansas City Chiefs traded Trent McDuffie to the Rams. I was super surprised about that. That allowed Jalen Watson, Brian Cook, Joshua Williams. They all walked in free agency. So now we have the first round pick spent on Delane. You've got a 4th round pick in Kennedy. Each of these guys figure to play a significant role as the defensive backs on this team, just due to the math, all these guys coming out. But now we're looking at 29 years old. Welcome back to the Chiefs. Noel Williams is looking to be a promising star. He absolutely looked like a stud last year. He appeared in all 17 games as a rookie, performed extremely well, finished the year with 48 tackles, a sack, 7 passes defended, and he allowed an opposing passer rating of just 82.9 in coverage. Yes, please. Bring on Snead. Let's look at Noel Williams as like a player. I think he's going to be a cornerstone of the future, and it further ensures that he's going to be one with the L'Jarius Snead in tow. Thank you for already growing this video. Welcome to the end zone. Welcome to this coverage of Kansas City Chiefs as I extend into more NFL coverage, and I have you to thank for it. We'll talk again tomorrow. See ya.